Suppose you have this one whole part, okay? You divide it into 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. One whole part we divide it into 4. Then I can write something like this, 1 by 4. Okay, so you see that means one whole part we divide it into 4 parts. So you see we can write a number like this. This one which we write up, we used to call it as numerator, and the one which we write down, we call it as denominator. Okay, so if we compare only this one, so because we have here 1, 2, 3, 4, we take only this out of the total. So when we have one whole thing, we compare only some part of it in addition to the many part, to the whole things. Okay, then we can write like that. So this is known as fraction. The one which write up, we call it numerator. The one we write down, we call denominator. So let us see chapter 2, fractions. Okay, so see, a fraction, it consists of two parts. The upper one we call numerator, and the down one we call denominator, like here. Then there are different types of fraction. Okay, the first one is we have a proper fraction. You see, when the numerator is small and the denominator is larger, that is what we call proper fraction. If you see here, 3 by 4, 3 by 7, this one which is less, this one more. Okay, so this is known as proper fraction. Here also you could see the one right up is less, the one right down more. So such kind we call proper fraction. Then next we have another kind known as improper fraction. Here it will be the opposite of the first one, when the numerator is greater than the denominator. So you see here, the one we write up is larger than the one which we write down. Such kind of fraction, we call them as improper fraction. Then another one we have is mixed fraction. So you see, when we write something like this, okay, you take 3, you divide it by 2. When you have improper fraction, when the upper one is greater than the lower one. So you can divide like this, 2 into 1, 2, then 3 minus 2, 1. So this quotient, you can write it here. The remainder, you can write it up. Divisor, you write down. Okay, here is the quotient. The one we write up is remainder. The one we write down is the divisor. So when we write it in this form, we call it mixed fraction. If we want to convert it also, we have to do like that. 2 into 1, then you plus 1. Okay, so we'll get 3 by 2. Then next we have unit fraction. Unit mean 1. So when the numerator is 1, denominator may be any number, but when the numerator is 1, such kind of fraction, we call it as a unit fraction. So you see those. Then another kind we have like fraction and unlike fraction. When the denominator, you look at denominator, when all the denominator are same, numerator they may not be same, but if you look at the denominator, okay, all are same. Such kind of fraction we call like fraction. But when the numerator they are different, denominator also they are different, those we call unlike fraction. Okay, so unlike fraction we can convert it into like fraction by taking LCM. So now let us see the exercise. So the first one here, you see what to do. We have to choose which of the following is unit fraction. Remember, unit means 1. When the numerator is 1, we call it as unit fraction. So 3 by 7. Here the numerator is 3, so it is not a unit. Okay. Here 6 by 3, no. Here you see 1 by 5. So here numerator is 1. So that means this one is a unit fraction. Here 9, so it is not. Here we have 1 by 20. Numerator is 1, so it is a unit fraction. Here 1 by 2. This here, so we have 1, so it's unit fraction. Here 7 by 31. This is 7, so it is not 1 by 7, it is. Okay. Then here you have to see number 2. Which of the following are like fraction? Like fraction, remember, you should see at the denominator. When the denominator are same, we call them like fraction. Look only at the denominator, okay? Here you have 3, 3. So that's why it is a like fraction. Here you have 2, 7. The denominator are not same, so they are unlike fraction. Then here we have 9, 9. Denominator are same, so we call them like fraction. Then here 11, 7. They are different, so we call them unlike fraction. So remember, unit fraction, numerator should be 1. Like fraction, denominator should be same. But when they are different, we call them unlike fraction.